League leaders Ngezi Platinum Stars cemented their stay at the summit of the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League as they handed Lukuma Someri his first defeat at Nyamunga Stadium. Takunda Benura got a brace and Delek Murimba got his first goal of the season. And this was enough for Ngezi to open a 4-point gap at the top of the log standings with 10 rounds of matches left to be played. They seem like they're unstoppable now, Ngezi Platinum Stars.
They're scoring for fun, and Benura is just starting to hit form at the right time. I think he's been one of the most exciting and promising players. Always, watching him, you always feel like he had so much potential. And even right now, even though he's on 9 goals, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 9 goals, you still get the sense he's far from the finished product. And I think from an Ngezi perspective, I think that has to be exciting. And then when you have your captain, Amin, contributing with 7 goals, that's absolutely fantastic. And I think they are in pole position, especially with Highlanders stuttering. Manica Diamonds are also dropping points, a 4-point gap at this stage of the season. I think it's about cool heads. It's about cool heads, and I think in the likes of Polite Moyo, Marvelous Mkuba are going to have to start having these conversations with the younger players who are actually doing the job. To say, guys, we're in pole position, but some teams have faltered. Highlanders led for the first, nearly the whole of the first half of the season. And then all of a sudden, when the wheels came off, they really came off. Whether they can be able to recover, that's a conversation for another day. But I think for Ngezi Platinum Stars, disregard whatever you're going to hear from Tekshua Chiragwi. He's playing it down. We're not looking at the title. He will know right now that 44 points clear after 24 games. I think that's, how many games? I think we're just a little over 10 games.
Yeah, just 10.
10 games to go.
Games, yeah.
He will know that if he doesn't win this,
all right. So
he'll have blown it.
Let me spice this up.
Yeah.
So this coming weekend is the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinals. But the next weekend, we're back to the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League and some exciting matches lined up. Ngezi Platinum Stars are traveling to Mandava for a date against FC Platinum.
Interesting fixture.
Because FC Platinum, I think 3 wins on the trot that they have now.
Yeah.
They're starting to look like themselves. And, when you remember what happened last season? When they start going, especially at this stage.
You can't stop them.
You can't, I don't know. But for FC Platinum to really mount what will be a serious challenge, they will also need Ngezi to start doing what Manica and Highlanders have been doing now. To start tripping over themselves. For Ngezi, this would be my advice to the Ngezi Platinum. They don't need it because they've been doing a good job for themselves. It's like, don't look back. Just focus on where you're going. They shouldn't be looking over their shoulder. I think they just take one game at a time. As long as they pick up the points and go pick up the points, they'll be fine. The moment they start thinking about who's coming, FC Platinum coming, all these things, they could trip themselves up.
Right. So realistically speaking, all right, look at number 1 up to, I don't know where you want to end. Who has got a chance to win the league championship?
I think Ngezi Platinum Stars is a very big chance of winning the league.
Anybody else?
Yeah, like what teachers been saying, FC Platinum, if they are consistent enough, to keep on winning their games, and if you look at even the rate that they've been even scoring goals, and the only problem that they have, I think, is their leaky defense this season. Already they're on 19 goals, which was, I think, by end of season they could have conceded that. In 34 games they could have conceded 19, but now imagine on 24 games they've conceded 19, which means they're still conceding goals until end of season in the next 10 games. But look, game against Platinum Stars, I think, is one of the games that they cannot afford to lose, to drop points, FC Platinum. If they lose that game, they're out of the title race.
And if Ngezi lose that game?
Which means they have to, beat another title contender with Dynamos. Again, Ngezi Platinum, because they've got a match against Dynamos as well. So obviously they would want to win that one. But against FC Platinum, like I've said, it's a game that even a point is good enough.